Hi, Rich Tehrani here in the TMC newsroom, and we're on location today at the Telex CBX event, which is taking place in Manhattan. It's CBX 2009, and I'm speaking with Jim Carroll, who's with Stratus Telecommunications. Jim, how are you?
I'm doing great, Rich.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
So tell me a little bit about your company.
Yeah, so Stratus Telecommunications, we've been around on and off since the late 90s. We just spun out of Stratus Technologies. So we're an independent company, again, wholly owned subsidiary of WiMAX Corporation. And so far, in this economic times, we're doing quite well. Our focus is on converged and converged differentiated solutions in the telecom space.
Great. Now, so you were part of the company Stratus that made the fault-tolerant, high-availability computers.
That's
right?
correct. We were there for about 2.5 years. We still utilize the fault-tolerant computing platform for our software, so we can actually say that we have a completely fault-tolerant VoIP solution, end-to-end VoIP solution, both the Class 4, Class 5, wholesale, prepaid, billing, that is completely fault-tolerant from a hardware perspective.
Excellent. So you took the best of fault-tolerant system, and you kind of took the telecom market as one of the areas that you were going to focus on, and you spun out your company into Stratus Telecommunications.
That's
right?
correct. Yep.
Okay. So tell me, how do you help carriers today in this economic environment?
Well, that's good. We have about 250 carriers throughout the world in about 40 different countries. Most of our experience has originated on the wholesale side. So what we can do to help our carriers is, being that our software is completely modular, we can add other applications on top of that existing infrastructure for very little cost. But the key is that it can be implemented quickly and simply, because we have like an open API that makes things extremely flexible to customize solutions. So we don't have to ask our customers if they want to go from wholesale to, say, residential prepaid to buy a whole different solution. We're just adding on top of the existing infrastructure.
So this open API, if I'm a programmer, what is it most similar to?
That'd be like C++. So, I mean, a good example would be in reality there's no platform provider out there today that can deliver 100% of what every customer wants. It just doesn't exist.
Right.
I know that for a fact. So our key is that our architecture is so open that if you're a carrier and you wanted to do something just a little bit differently from a call processing perspective, we'll take that open API, we'll make that application happen in a matter of just a couple weeks, as opposed to waiting for a roadmap or waiting for 10 other customers asking for the same thing.
So the API allows customers to also design new features
Absolutely.
And functions also. Okay,
yeah.
Great. So competitively, where do you fit in the market, and how do you compare?
I think we compare competitively quite well, because the key to this whole thing is scalability. So everybody out there says we can scale up, we can do 1 million this, 1 million that, or whatever. But the key to us is that we can scale down. We can start off relatively small, less than $100,000, probably startup costs for a turnkey solution, and then grow from there.
What does that give you? Let's say $100,000. That's my budget. What do I get?
For $100,000, you could get a minimally configured Class 4, Class 5 solution with integrated billing, portals, basically a turnkey VoIP solution.
So if I'm a rural carrier or an international carrier in a region, and I want to start working with you, I can start small, see how it works out, and then grow.
Absolutely, because the key to our product, the core is our session border controller, and then we wrap applications all around that. So the key is to be able to talk to all the networks in the world. So we got that down initially, and then we wrap routing, Class 5 features, residential features, all the Class 5 features, and like IPPBX functionality.
So Jim, as you go to market, you're dealing with, let's say, in some cases, some of the smaller carriers, and the financial crisis has been hitting them harder probably than most of the larger carriers. Absolutely. Do they ask you for financing, or how do you see that market?
Yeah, so we do get asked a lot for extended terms or creative terms. We either try to utilize a third-party financing company to help our customers
Sure.
do that, or we can work out terms that aren't completely ridiculous, but as long as we cover the hard costs up front, the hardware and some of the
Sure.
other hard costs,
Sure.
we can be flexible with our customers.
Oh, that's great. And in these times, that seems more important than ever.
We have to be.
Sure, absolutely. So, roadmap to the future. Final question: where are you going to be in 3 to 5 years?
Well, we're going to be extending. We have as I said, about 250 customers globally using our product. A lot of these people are going to be moving to Class 5 features, both on the residential and enterprise. We'll get into the cellular space. We'll get into the cable space. And we're just going to extend our footprint even more. We have a very large footprint now in niche markets all throughout the world, and we're just going to expand from there.
Great. Well, good luck, and thanks for coming on the
All right.
program today. It was
Thanks,
great
Rich.
to see you.
Thank you.